Mark Cuban taking a political stand at the SALT conference, suggesting Hillary Clinton could pick him as VP if she wanted someone like me who can throw bombs at Donald. Of course, he went on comparing Donald Trump's campaign to a season of Seinfeld, saying that it's, quote, a campaign about nothing. Joining me now, Kirsten Haglund, Christopher Bedford, and Boris Epshteyn. Kirsten, you know, listen, he's got to be in the conversation, right? Right. But does he have a point about the fact that Donald Trump is so bombastic that these traditional politicians can't beat him, and that the only way to fight fire is with fire? Yes,
you can't out-Trump Trump. He is something totally unlike we've ever seen. Yes. No, but yes, he could. I mean, those lines that he's throwing out, he's an airhead, you know, the campaign about nothing kind of thing, and that's exactly the role that a VP needs to take, and that's why the Hillary Clinton campaign has been coming out that they're looking at Elizabeth Warren, because she's been going after him.
Cuban couldn't do it, and I'll tell you why. A lot of people in America don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name, okay? So Donald Trump, everyone knows. He had The Apprentice. Everyone knows how he made his money. Everyone knows how he's been successful.
But Shark Tank has done much better than Apprentice.
Hold on. Shark Tank is not associated. First of all, the ratings were much better for Apprentice. Shark Tank is associated with 5 different people. Mark Cuban is just one guy there. Trump was The Apprentice. So Trump is better known, and Trump is much smarter than Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban should capture him in the Mavericks.
That's a subjective.
Well, you know, Christopher, here's the thing, though. Mark Cuban certainly has a way, a knack also of staying in the news. And people do know him. They're knowing him more. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I saw where he tweeted that his show his show is getting better ratings than The Apprentice. But the question is, do you need someone who's got the sort of guts of chutzpah to go after Donald Trump, mano a mano, insult for insult, you know, anywhere, MMA-style politics that the 16 Republicans who went against him in the primary didn't have?
I think you absolutely do need that, but probably not in your vice presidential space. Mark Cuban can do damage to Donald Trump on the television shows and interviews. And Mark Cuban, he doesn't even dislike Trump. They're friends. They got a love-hate relationship.
They're frenemies.
Yeah, a year ago, or in July, almost a year ago, he said that Donald Trump was doing amazing, amazing things for politics because he was saying things that everyone else was terrified to say, and he was totally reshaping how elections are. And then the Muslim ban happened, and then Mark Cuban said, this guy's crazy, I'm going to fight him. They still get along, but Mark Cuban would be best for Hillary, probably on the sidelines, doing things like that. And for Hillary, she should probably want to pick a vice presidential candidate that can keep her a little bit above the fray. She's not going to want to go the route of Marco Rubio, just trying to go blow for blow with who's the guy who's probably the best in the business.
Yeah, well, you know, guys, but we saw it all, right? We saw the Jeb Bushes of the world who thought he could, you know, do the old traditional stiff politician thing. That didn't work out. We saw when Rubio said, "Okay, I'll try to, you know, see if I can." Didn't work out. You know, so we've seen it all tried, and it's all failed.
Right, and the reason why, I mean, Mark Cuban sounds the most natural doing it is because he's also a billionaire entrepreneur and all of that. So if anyone's going to go after him, I agree. It has to be someone on the sidelines or a politician who's not afraid to get really, really dirty, and it comes across natural for them. There's not many of them, but Elizabeth Warren has been doing a pretty good job.
Elizabeth Warren has been doing a job of it on Twitter.
Right.
Let her go out there in the campaign.
Who else is doing it on Twitter?
Let her go out there.
On Twitter, and that's where millennials are. That's where young voters are.
Let her go out there
to look at.
On the campaign trail and try it. She will get crushed. She get crushed in the VP debate. She's someone who's got a lot of issues in her own background about lying about her ethnicity.
So does Donald Trump, though.
I'll ask you, Boris, I mean, you know the Trump campaign very well. You know, what do you think? Should the Democrats go for a traditional, you know, they were talking about this guy from Texas, the HUD guy, or should they try to do something outrageous to get into the news cycle? Because that's another area that I think they're going to really need to be.
It doesn't matter. They could go for Cash or from HUD, but it doesn't matter. You know why? Because at the top of our ticket is a complete package. You have somebody who is measured and smart. It can be that in Trump, but someone who's also brash and go on the attack. Hillary Clinton is neither. She's not measured. She hasn't been successful.
But being boring has gotten her this far. So I'm not a Hillary supporter, but
Hillary has never won a contested election.
I will say
Hillary's a failed candidate.
I will say in the polls that came out earlier this week, the Quinnipiac polls, Donald Trump kills her on the economy, but she actually beat him in all the states pretty handily when they said who was the smartest.
But she is either tied or up in each of the states.
Americans want a warrior right now anyway. They're not necessarily looking for a pastor or a brainiac.
And they're tired of her because she's been around for 40 years and hasn't done anything new.
All right, guys, by the way, coming up, a bombshell report.